ready for the major leagues. Alright, all my life I said I'm gonna be one of the greats. Now I'm finally here. Ain't nothing about this fake. Oh, it's the real thing. Oh, it's the real thing. All my life I said I'm gonna be one of the greats. Oh, it's the real thing. Got the heart of a lion, strong as iron, with a fire burning in my soul. There's a chip on my shoulder that looks like a mountain from every time someone said no. I got $1 million swag, don't forget that. When you see me stepping through, I gain the credibility and bring back the feeling. Hit a fright, I'm unstoppable. Hey, I got what you want, I got it. I got what you need, I got it. Welcome to the show. Get ready for the major leagues. Alright, all my life I said I'm gonna be one of the greats. Now I'm finally here. Ain't nothing about this fake. Oh, it's the real thing. Oh, it's the real thing. Yeah. All my life I said I'm gonna be one of the greats. Oh, it's the real thing. Yeah. All my life I said.
Daytime baseball here on MLB Network. Lots of pink all around for this Mother's Day matchup between the Miami Marlins and the New York Mets. The Metropolitans look for the series sweep at home against their division rivals. First pitch is next. Corey Oswalt, the California-born right-hander, is on the mound. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, this guy has a 4-pitch repertoire, right? And those are a lot of nice options to have. You can go hard, soft. You can go in and out. And anytime you have 4 pitches, if you can throw them for strikes, you have the big advantage.
Digging in, number 2. He will lead this one off today.
Leading off the afternoon for Miami, the center fielder, number 2.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Lifted the other way to left center. Cespedes is there. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. With that, a look at the batting order for the Marlins. What's your take as they try to get back to their winning ways, D-Row?
Matty, this team's lineup is dead last in batting average, and I tell you what, that does not bode well for the rest of the season. If you do not have professional at-bats up and down the lineup, or at least 6 to 7 guys, it is eventually going to catch up to you.
Now at the plate, Brian Anderson. He's hitless in the first 2 games of the series, 0 for 8. First pitch coming, here it is. And he'll try to take control of the inside part of the plate here as that misses. These Mets, fellas, as they take the field here today, 4-2 over their last 6 games, including a win last time out.
Yeah, Matty, without question. They find themselves in this position today. They got a chance to sweep the series on Sunday and make it a miraculous weekend.
Boy, D-Row, it's always a nice way to finish off a weekend. You win a big game on Saturday, and to close it off with a win here and a sweep on Sunday would really be sweet for this ball club.
Walker.
So 1 gone in the inning here with a runner at first. And that'll bring in the Pittsburgh area native, the left-handed bat of Neil Walker. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And it's fouled away. Anderson, a runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. Left side, but well foul. Fouled away. The next 0-2. Misses down below the knee. Swung on, but fouled off to the left. Working for the punch out and the offering, and he fouls this one off.
You can visibly see the body language of this guy on the mound is completely changed during this at bat. 6 foul balls has to be completely frustrating him that he can't put him away.
Got him swinging in the dirt. Right on the money, and he's cut down trying to take second base. 1 hit in the inning, but no one left. And here's the former first-round draft choice, Brandon Nimmo. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. First pitch fastball in there for a called strike. These Marlins, as they take the field this afternoon, fair to say they're not playing their best baseball right now. Losers of 5 of their last 6.
Yeah, man, things haven't gone too well so far in this series, D-Row. They're looking to avoid the sweep here in this one.
Yeah, they got to get off in the early innings. It's going to be monumental if they can push a few runs across and give this pitcher a chance to relax.
Number 2 comes on now, and he has it 1 down. With a moment here in Flushing Meadows, let's meet the Mets. D-Row, what's the word on this lineup as they go for the series sweep?
Matty, these are the lineups you want to be in. Driving to the ballpark, you got a cup of coffee in your hand, you look at the flags and they're blowing straight out. You're running to the manager's office if your name's not in the lineup. It just takes 1 grain on that bat and you got a potential 3-run bomb. Look out for these guys going deep today.
High and deep to straightaway right. Anderson racing back, and this one is gone. A home run. It's a solo shot for Jed Lowry. 3rd home run for him on the year, and the Mets are on the board first, 1-0.
Well, that ball right there was right up in the happy zone. It doesn't take much to drive one out of the ballpark when you connect on a high pitch like that. The backspin carried that one right out of here.
Here's the catcher, Wilson Ramos, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. And he's got that batting line up near the 300 mark entering play. Hard on the ground towards short. And there are 2 away now.
Batting 4th, the left fielder, Yoenis.
So coming to the plate, Yoenis Cespedes, and he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. And set up behind the dish is Clyde Washington, as you see the rest of our umpiring crew there.
Yeah, Matty, Clyde's my type of umpire.
And the throw is in time to get him to retire the side. Mets draw first blood thanks to this solo home run. 2nd inning coming up, and the Mets have an early 1-0 lead. Leading off the inning, Logan Morrison, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Logan Morrison.
First pitch coming, here it is. First pitch here is a sinker that runs a bit too wide. It's ball 1. Today's contest is, of course, the last of the series, and the New York Mets have dominated so far. They've got an opportunity to complete the sweep with a win in this one.
This team going for the sweep is looking for some home cooking. It's always nice to win a series, but particularly nice when you can sweep a series at home.
Fooled with the curveball there, and it's strike 2. The Mets had a lot of success at the plate yesterday, a double-digit hit total as a team, so they'd like to make that happen again as they go for the sweep.
It's very difficult to sweep teams nowadays, but jumping out to an early 1-run lead like they have in this one, they're certainly headed in the right direction.
And that one never threatened the zone. It's gone full now to 3-2. On deck, there you see Troy Tulowitzki. And that misses for ball 4, so it's a leadoff walk here to start the second.
And don't forget, he lost his last time out, so he wants to get off on the right foot here. The last thing he wanted was to walk the leadoff man.
Here's the first pitch to him. Pitch to the plate is a sinker for a called strike 1.
Hey, if he's going to be able to dot up his sinker down and away like that all game, you are in for a situation where you're going to see a lot of ground balls and a lot of weak contact.
A ball and a strike. The count to Tulo now. Tulowitzki, who's long been referred to as just Tulo, of course. He's currently on a 1-year deal, so he stands to be a free agent at the end of this season.
You know, Matty, I know he's in the final year of his contract, but he's playing to expectations, to be honest with you. I know he wants to turn it up a little bit, though, as he approaches the end of the season and make that salary push as he heads towards free agency again.
The 1-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out.
Okay, here's how the Mets are lining up defensively. And this team, they're not going to be moving around as much as some of the new age teams. The shifting and moving the third baseman over second base and the right fielder to play third base. This is going to be your stationary team, trusting pitchers to execute pitches. Great job to be able to lay off that pitch right there. You could tell the minute it came out of his hand, his eyes lit up at the plate.
Swing and a miss, 1-1. And he gets him to pop it up on the right side of the infield. Alonso camps under it, and he's got it for route number 2.
Batting 7.
Coming to the plate now, Castillo. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. From the stretch. Started to go around, but it's ruled strike 1 anyway.
Jumped ahead with strike 1 there, and that's something he's going to do a lot of in this start. He doesn't have lights out stuff, so it's important for him to be pitching ahead and have the hitters on their heels.
And it's quickly 0-2. Castillo, the switch hitter that stands in at an even 6 feet tall. This is his 12th season in the big league, so he's put together a really nice career to this point. A bouncer to the left side. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Marlins leave 1. They still trail 1-0. Here comes the second baseman, Robinson Cano. He enters play hitting in the 260s for the year.
Robinson Cano.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Drilled to first. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
All right, here's the defensive alignment for the Miami Marlins. And guys, taking a look at this defense is going to have to be stout today. Starting pitcher with an ERA north of 5 usually spells some barrels being found by the opposition. So these guys better be on their toes in this one.
And a fastball misses here to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. Fastball misses badly there, and he's behind 2-0.
That's a good take on that fastball there. You know he's looking for something up there to drive, but that was just a little above his happy zone. Not everyone has the discipline to hold back on those.
Into center field, line drive, base hit.
There's the danger of falling behind 3-0. You don't know which guys in the lineup outside the middle of the order are going to pull the trigger in a spot like that. He was one of them. 3-0, swinging the bat, aggressive hack, nice base hit.
And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike. Conforto stands at first with one out. A ball and a strike to the Mets first baseman. Oh, and he goes the other way, and he drives it out to deep right center field. But that'll be off the wall in right center. Conforto isn't stopping. Here he comes to the plate. Is in time, and he's cut down at the plate as they team up to gun him down.
With 2 outs, I totally understand sending him there, but with only 1 out, you've got to be pretty positive about getting him home safely. Could have been a whole lot better than what they're working with now.
Here's Echeverria now, as he'll take a look at a strike right down the middle. It's 0-1. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. Might have been looking to find that outside corner, but he couldn't quite get it there. It's 1-2.
I have no issue wasting a pitch on 0-2 to try to get a guy.
And a backhanded reach at first, but he can't flag it down. As he arrives at second without a play, as also on the play, a run comes across to score. Stepping up to the plate, Corey Oswalt, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. And that's in there for strike 1. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
That's back-to-back pitches taken for strikes. Puts himself.
And we'll have to leave it there, as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. 1 for the Mets here on the RBI double. We've played 2. It's now 2-0 New York. Leading off the inning, Martin Prado, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
One and one to count to Martin Prado.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Pops this one up. And there to take this one in is Cano for the first out. So the base is empty here with 1 away. And in to hit next, the pitcher, Junior Guerra. And the 34-year-old veteran looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. Oh, good spot on the black for strike 2. And did he hold up in time? A look down, and no, he went around. It's strike 3.
Now batting, number
Ready
2.
for another chance. Number 2. 0 for 1 here in the early going. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Cespedes is there. And that's the 3rd out. Nothing across here this half. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3. Mets out in front 2-0. So it's back to the top of the order now. And ready to bat next, the Wyoming native Brandon Nimmo. Grounded back up the middle. Oh, just in time, and oh, that was awfully close. So one gone now as you take a look there at the standings in the National League East. And you see where the Marlins find themselves entering play today. Hit hard to the right. Foul. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And there's ball 2 now.
2 balls, 1 strike.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Prado will range to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the 2nd out of the inning.
The catcher, number 40.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And next is the catcher, Wilson Ramos. And a strike called at the knees, 0-1. There's the fastball that gets the lower part of the zone, called for a strike.
Hey, this boy ain't messing around right now. Attacking the zone, showing
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Down in order. Digging in, Brian Anderson. He'll try to get it going here to begin the 4th.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
And here's a curveball in the dirt that time for a ball. 1-1.
I know it's a guessing game, but usually when you flip that coin, it better come up fastball at this level. You cannot be late right there. That was right in the wheelhouse.
Taken off the outside as the breaking ball couldn't catch the corner.
Well, that's what you want from your curveball on 1 and 2. You start it in the zone and let it break out of the zone where it can't be punished. Didn't get him to go after it, but the execution was nice.
Throw on to first is in time to get him, so that'll go down as a strikeout and a 2-3 put out for out number 1.
Neil.
So 1 gone in the inning, and here's the second baseman, Neil Walker. Swing and a liner. A leap, but he can't bring it down. Base hit. So a runner at first with 1 out now, and that'll bring up the big left-handed bat of Logan Morrison. First offering on its way, and here's a called strike at the knees. Don't think he liked that one too much, but it's 0-1. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone. Here's Troy Tulowitzki now. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Troy Tulowitzki.
Here comes the first pitch. Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball 1. Walker, the runner at first with 2 gone. Here's the 1-1 delivery. Well outside with the curveball for a ball. The 2-1. Hit hard on the ground to second. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Digging in now, Yoenis Cespedes. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Taken, but that catches the inside part of the plate. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike.
That pitch up in the zone called the strike, and that's a tough pitch for a batter to hit, though, that fastball that's high in the zone.
Cespedes behind a ball and 2 strikes. And strike 3 called as he gets a little help there. 1 away.
Well, no preferential treatment there. Sometimes we see great hitters have their calls go their way on close pitches, but not this time. I think that was actually a good take, but on 2 strikes, anything that close can go either way.
Lifted down the line in left, and they can't run it down. 0-2 now as Cano comes up empty on that one.
Hey, if these guys are going to have any chance in this one, they are going to have to set their sights a little lower. You cannot expect to get the barrel of the bat to that baseball. That is entirely too high.
And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
The right fielder, number 30.
Now at the plate, Michael Conforto. He reached on a single in his first try. Conforto is a big threat in a matchup like this. Ton of pop against right-handed pitching.
Yeah, I think because of his approach. He's not a dead pull guy. You want to try and sneak a piece of cheese in or hang something over the heart of the plate, he's going to absolutely crush it. But anything going away from him goes right into his bat path.
Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. Mets go down. Welcome back to Flushing, Queens. Before we get back to baseball, let's check in with Heidi.
Matt, during the commercial break, I had a chance to catch up with manager Don Mattingly about the Marlins' offensive production. And one thing he mentioned to me was the lack of discipline he's seeing out of their at-bats right now. He said they've been chasing at pitches out of the zone all game, which obviously doesn't usually lead to good results. Until they start being more selective with their swings, he said they will continue to struggle.
All right, thanks, Heidi. Settling in now, Miguel Rojas. He popped out in his first trip.
Yeah, pretty impressive if you ask me. So many times you beat a sinker into the ground, you end up grounding out the third. You're running down to first base, and you're so upset at yourself. At least he got under the thing. He knows his bat plane is pretty decent.
And they won't get him to chase the curveball in the dirt that time, and it's 2-0 now.
That's a good approach when you're facing a young arm you might not be too familiar with. Take a look at a few and see what he's got. Now he's got himself ahead in the count.
Alonso in foul ground, 1 down.
Now
stepping in, Castillo comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Pitch on the way. That's lifted the other way out to left. Cespedes is there. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
Now batting,
Martin Prado now. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. It looked like he was swinging no matter what that time as he goes way out of the zone at that offering. It's 0-1. And he popped him up. Echeverria over to his left. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Miami down in order. They're down 2-0. He's ready. Here's the first offering. To first
baseman, number 20.
And he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted.
Now batting, shortstop.
Ready now, Adeiny Echeverria. An RBI double is what he was credited with his first time around. Hit back up the middle. A dive, but he can't get a glove on it. It's through for a base hit.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball's going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
Stepping in now, Corey Oswalt. And they'll try and play for one here as he gets this one down. And he can't make the play as he overruns it, but that should be scored as an infield single.
Center fielder.
Into the box now, Brandon Nimmo. 0 for 2 with a fly ball and a ground out on his line to this point. 0-1 the count. 1-1 to the Mets leadoff hitter.
Not a surprise to see that low splitter there. Anything with downward movement like that is going to be at the top of the list in a double play situation.
Now a ball lined to the left side, but foul. The 2-2. And he tried to hold up that time. We'll get an appeal down to third, and no swing. It's ball 3. Now the 3-2 pitch. And this one misses here. A close pitch on 3-2, but Clyde Washington rules it ball 4. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Not close with that one. It's way above the strike zone.
Amazing he was able to lay off in this situation. Your eyes light up when you get something above the belt, especially with a man on third base.
Now the 1-0. There's a fastball that misses.
Putting himself in a pretty bad situation now on 2-0, and the base is loaded. He basically doesn't have much of an option but to challenge him right here.
And this will be fouled away. Echeverria at third. Oswalt on second. Nimmo is over at first with one away. That's in there. Base hit. And the runner scores from third as they extend their lead.
Hey, with that base hit right now, the lead's 3-0. And the way their pitcher is going, D-Row, that might hold up in this one.
Yeah, and you're well aware of it, Dan, as an offense, just trying to put those extra runs across the board. You can take a look at the guy on the slab, pound the slab. He's on fire right now.
Number 70.
First offering on its way. And he takes a cold strike. 0-1.
Getting that first pitch strike is really important when you're dealing with the bases loaded behind you. Good job to give himself the advantage there.
Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. Line towards center field. But this is taken in center, and I would be surprised if they give it a go. And there will be no attempt to score here as the bases stay loaded with 2 gone now. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Yoenis Cespedes. He's grounded out and struck out in his 2 trips to the plate. No balls and 1 strike. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now. 0-2. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. The pause and the 0-2. Oh, he went for the knockout pitch that time, but a good eye. 1-2. And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. So 1 run here on 3 hits, no errors, and 3 left. We're through 5 here at the ballpark. It's the Mets 3 and the Marlins nothing. Chris Coughlin will grab a bat and lead things off here in the top of the 6th. Watches a fastball right there for strike 1. Fouled off. Check swing. Did he go around? He did not, says Ed Drummond. It's ball 1. The 1-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3. Good job of making him chase a pitch for the strikeout there.
Yeah, that's the advantage of getting ahead in the count. You can really force hitters to expand their zone and protect. And when they're in that mode, getting them to go after a pitch they can't do much with becomes a lot easier.
Number 2 stands in as he looks at ball 1 here. The 1-0 delivery. Checks his swing here, but he does so in time.
As a pitcher, you got to feel good that you had him out front. Even though he didn't pot commit on that one, it opens up a lot of weapons for you to go high fastball or throw even a better off-speed pitch.
3-0 to him now. The 3-0 pitch is in there for strike 1.
4 pitches, all takes. He's showing a lot of patience here.
And I like that from a guy like him, Matty. He can do a lot of damage on the base pass with his legs, so there's no reason for him to get overly aggressive if he's not getting anything to handle.
But sadly for him, this will head straight to the center fielder as he puts it away without much trouble for the second out. So stepping in, Brian Anderson. And Dan, it seems like this starter is just dominating the game right now. Feels like we're seeing a lot of 3-up, 3-down innings.
No doubt about that, Matt. Hey, I've enjoyed watching him go about his business, but I'm also interested to see if this offense can figure out a way to get a couple of cracks in his armor before it gets too late.
Yeah, that remains to be seen. 2-0 now. The 2-0 on the way. That's to first. Does he have another 1, 2, 3 inning? He does. 8 in a row he's set down, and the side is retired. Daniel Kalun enters to do the pitching in the bottom of the 6th.
Number 63.
He's set. Here it comes. Big breaker that time as it catches the inside for a called strike.
To me, getting ahead 0-1, it's the most important pitch in the game, Matty. It puts the hit. If I can only think of myself being in the batter's box, when I'm sitting 1-0, I am all over the gas, or I am allowed the opportunity to sit on something without fearing going 1-1. When you're down 0-1, your head's on a swivel.
Morrison shading to his right. And that's the first out of the inning.
Now batting.
One away now for the Mets in the 6th. And up next, the left-handed hitting Michael Conforto. Lefty against lefty here as this is taken for a ball. 1-0. Count now a ball and a strike. 3 runs, 7 hits, and no errors on the Mets line score so far. Conforto behind a ball and 2 strikes.
When you have 2 strikes on you, as a hitter, if you get something that you can handle, you have to find a way to do some damage with it. That was a missed opportunity.
Number 2 is there, and he has it for the out.
The batter.
Up next will be the power bat of Peter Alonso. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And a good fastball there, but this just misses the zone for ball 1. And that catches the outside edge. 1-1. 2 out, nobody on. Shoots this one over to first. Oh, terrible bounce, and it goes right by him. Riding in once again, Adeiny Echeverria. He reached on a single last time and later wound up scoring. 1 ball, no strikes to count. A ball and a strike. Alonso is off at first with 2 away. Swing and a miss, and it's a ball and 2 strikes here.
Yeah, this guy's having a good day right there. You can tell he is all over. His timing is spot on. And
a reach, but it's by him as he couldn't quite get to that ball. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Number 55.
Hey, after back-to-back 2-out hits right now, this pitcher thought he was going to cruise through this inning, and now he's got traffic, and he's in jeopardy with a ball in the gap or a ball missed over the heart of the plate, a crooked number going on the board.
On a good changeup, a swing and a miss, and he's set down on strikes for the 2nd time today. 2 left for the... At the plate, Neil Walker. He was a strikeout victim his first trip and then collected a base hit his last time around.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
Not close. It's 2-0.
Man, this guy has retired a whole slew right now. I think what he needs to do is just stay focused and keep attacking the game plan like he has up to this point, because everything he's done has worked.
2 balls and a strike to count. Now the 2-1. And he turns on one, sending it high and deep to right. Gone into the upper tank. Certainly a tape measure shot there as we take a look at it with our show track technology. 111 miles an hour was the exit velocity, so it comes as no surprise that it carried as far as it did.
Now batting.
In now, Logan Morrison. As he will take a fastball in there at the knees for strike 1. And they'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2. Hit on the ground down the first baseline, but this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2.
That wasn't a terrible pitch right there, but if he's going to execute and get this swing and a miss, he's going to have to get that ball a little bit further down, maybe even potentially bounce the next one.
And another foul ball. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Good job going down and hanging with it that time. Hit weakly back to the mound. On to first, so a good bounce back pitch there as he gets the ground ball for the first out.
Third baseman.
Now the New York Mets. Manager's up off the bench on his way to the mound, and he's going to motion for the bullpen as that'll be all for his starter this afternoon. And that misses inside. 1-0.
1-0.
And 2-0 as this one's taken low.
Well, 2-0 now, and this is where he makes his money. If he gets a pitch to hack at, you could bet he's not going to hold back.
Too tight with that one. 3-0.
Walks are never good, but they're especially bad news late in games like this. It seems like they always come back to bite you.
And he gets this fastball over, back to 3-1 now. Full count now, 3-2.
When you get yourself to a 3-1 count and you get a fastball, those are the ones you really want to punish. Couldn't get the bat on it, so we'll see if that comes back to haunt him.
And he misses ball 4, so he comes out of the bullpen and immediately walks the first man he faces.
Man, that's just painful for a pitcher right there. A 3-2 offering that was right on the corner, but he couldn't get him to chase, and he doesn't get the call. Can't beat yourself up about that one too much.
Ready for another shot now, Miguel Rojas. He represents the potential tying run if he can launch one or find a way around the bases.
Yeah, Matt, I kind of doubt he's thinking about going yard, even though that would be the best result they could hope for. He's not a long ball threat, and he knows it. so he could just be looking for some way to keep that line moving.
And a reach, but he can't get there as it falls. And that runner will go no further than second as there are two aboard now.
Nothing fires me up more than watching an offensive player stay inside a baseball and drive it the other way.
Standing in, Castillo. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. First pitch coming. Here it is. Here's a slider to start things out. Looked at for ball 1.
This game is getting interesting real quick. And the last thing you want to do on the mound is fall behind. Needs to get back in the strike zone right here.
A step on the bag for 1. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Marlins able to draw just a bit closer thanks to the solo home run. So the batting order turns over now and set to go. Brandon Nimmo. It was a walk in his last trip. He's set and the pitch. Swing and a liner. And there's a base hit. So a chance for some insurance here to start out the home half of the 7th. Jed Lowry will stand in again, but first we'll flash you back to the very first inning of the ballgame. So here you go, a solo home run up and running early on. Adam Conley takes the ball here as he'll enter with a runner at first and nobody out. Fastball too high to start him out here, 1-0. Drilled down the line. And this will find the wall deep in the corner. And that is a fair ball as this one's heading for the left field corner.
Yeah, that hard hit single right there. That's clean. 3 for 4. He's looking locked in.
Tommy Canely comes on now in an awfully difficult situation as there are 2 on here with nobody out. Into the box, Wilson Ramos. The 0-1 pitch. Pulled the fastball down a little too much there. That's ball 1. And that misses. 2-1.
Well, that's a good pitch, but you have to get a little bit closer to the plate than that. That's that big sweeping slider. If it was a little closer, you might get a swing.
Maybe trying to back him up a bit there with the fastball.
When you've got a guy that throws a good two-seam fastball, you have to be ready for him to try to run it inside and jam you. Good job to lay off that one, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see it again.
And that'll get down out there. And now it'll rattle up against the wall. The run scores from second, and it's a 4-1 game.
Hey, Dero, that's a big RBI right there to stretch this lead to 3. Takes a lot of pressure off your pitcher going into the bottom part of the inning.
Yeah, Dan, no doubt. As an offense, all you're trying to do is put your pitchers in positions to be successful. Giving them that 3-run cushion has to make you feel good.
The 1-0 is swung on and missed. Strike 1. His prior history versus this arm, he's 1 for 3. A good action on the two-seamer there, and it's 1-2.
With 2 strikes now and a runner at first, do you go for the strikeout, or are you still looking for the double play ball?
Well, Matt, I think a lot of that depends on the type of pitcher that you are. If you're a power pitcher, you can go ahead and ride a fastball up in the zone. But if you're a guy that induces a lot of ground balls with a sinker, I think you have to stick with that plan.
Swing and a looper to left. Prado is after it. He makes the running play. 2 down. And he'll think better of trying to score as he holds it third with 2 away now. Stepping up now, Michael Conforto. 2 outs and 2 runners aboard here in the 7th inning. No balls and a strike to count.
Well, if you could throw it for a strike consistently, a first pitch changeup is effective. Hitters are almost never looking for it.
Behind 0-2 now. Got him swinging as he runs the fastball by him to end the inning. Edwin Diaz, the bullpen, as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Number 39.
Up next from Miami, Martin Prado. 0 for 2 for him to this point. From the stretch. Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone. The Metropolitans are maintaining a slim lead in the late going of this series finale, so if they can wrap it up, they'll complete the series sweep.
Hey, Matt, what a great spot to be in. You're playing good baseball, you're going for the sweep, and you're leading by a few runs going into the later innings. Now it's just time to close the deal.
2-0 now. Strike taken as that one catches the outer part of the plate. And even sweeter, of course, is getting that series sweep in your own ballpark in front of the home faithful. So we'll see if they can send these fans home happy.
No doubt about it. Fan base is excited. They're all out in full force, coming to the ballpark, hoping to witness a sweep, and it looks pretty good at this point.
And this is pop foul, but perhaps playable behind first. And nope, this one falls, so he'll get another shot. Now the 3-2 pitch. And a good take there will net him a base runner as it's ball 4 now to start the 8th inning. Danny Valencia will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Number 3, Danny Valencia.
Swing and a miss on the slider, 0-1. And you see that average below the dreaded Mendoza line. Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike. The 1-2 pitch. And he wasn't going to hit that one with an or. The strikeout, and there's one gone. So the lineup flips over and digging in, number 2. He lined out in his last trip, so looking for better fortunes here.
Yeah, Matty, but as he walks to the plate right here, he feels good building off that last AB. He hit that ball on the screws.
This is a tough guy right here to hit into a double play. He's fast and he swings from the left side, so out of the box he's going to get a good break. You might have to try to get the strikeout right here, because very rarely are you going to get this guy to ground into a double play.
A swing and a miss for out number 2, and a ball he had no chance of making contact with. Now batting, Brian Anderson. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. First offering on its way. Pitch popped up. Alonso in foul ground. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. A.J. Ramos is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Slider laid off for a ball. Rolled slowly down the third baseline, but a foul ball. 1-2 the count now. The 1-2 is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes.
Classic slider down and away for the strikeout there. Not a whole lot to say about that pitch that hasn't been said a million times already. That's just a real tough pitch for a hitter to pick up out of a pitcher's hand, so they end up chasing when they're in protect mode.
Sent in the air out to straightaway central. Waiting on it, the center fielder. 2 gone. Jeff McNeil will get the call to pinch hit here, as we'll see what he can do with 2 out and the base is empty. Easy fly ball into shallow center field. Rojas ranging into the outfield. He tracks it down, and that Jerry's Familia comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the 9th. Here's Neil Walker. He homered earlier and is 2 for 3 to this point.
They look like they're up against it here, down 3 on the road, trying to come back against the closer.
Counts even at 1-1 to Walker. Walker lays off there. It's 2 balls and a strike. Oh, textbook slider there, and he's back at even 2-2.
That's a real tough pitch to hit. That's, in the pitcher's jargon, we call that the Hall of Fame pitch. That slider down and in. Really, the only way you're going to be able to hit that pitch is if you're looking for it down and in, and still then, it's a really difficult pitch to hit.
The 2-2. And he tried to hold up that time. We'll get an appeal down to third, and no swing. It's ball 3. Three-two pitch. And this pitch misses here. It's ball 4, and they've got a leadoff base runner aboard to start the 9th.
Well, he gives up the walk, but that was a really good pitch. Might have been just out of the zone, but not by much. A lot of guys would have gone fishing for that pitch, so sometimes the hitter just outlasts you.
First pitch of the at-bat. Swinging a ball hit on the ground, but this is foul for the first strike. One and one now the count to the Marlins first baseman.
I wonder if that call not going his way right there has anything to do with walking the last guy. We all know umpires don't give you much on the corners if you're not throwing strikes consistently.
And it's fouled away. Walker gets his lead at first, nobody out. The 1-2 lifted down the line in left, and this will wind up a foul ball. The 1-2 checked his swing there, and did he go? No, he did not, says the third base umpire. Ball 2. Here it is. He spoils another one, and we'll do it again.
Hey, we all love home runs and gappers, but I love the mano-y-mano right here. 5 foul balls in this at bat. He continues to make this pitcher work.
And he tried to hold up that time. We'll get an appeal down to third, and no swing. It's ball 3. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Started to go. They'll look for the appeal down to third and ring him up, says the third base umpire. He's gone.
Now batting.
So a runner at first now with 1 away, and now it'll be the shortstop, Troy Tulowitzki. He's ready. Here's the first offering. A ball and no strikes. Runner at first here, 1 man out. And he'll lay off here as well, and it's 2-0 to the Miami third sacker.
Back-to-back pitches, they've gone away. Do you tell yourself as a hitter he wants to come in right here? I don't think so. I think he's trying to find that outside corner and adjust accordingly.
And he lays off here. A nice job. It's ball 4. First and second now with 1 away. So striding in, Miguel Rojas. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. He's set. Here it comes. Well off the inside that time as the sinker misses for a ball.
Not too often Jerry's Familia finds himself in a tough spot like this, but I wouldn't bet against him. He has the kind of stuff that he can get out of this mess.
2-0 now. And a sinker is over that time. It's back to 2-1.
Well, that's a tough pitch to take right there, right down the middle. But I think that happens when you're facing a good pitcher like this guy. The last thing you're expecting is one right down the pipe. And unfortunately, he let that one go. And he'd like to have that pitch back to take a good swing at that one.
And he misses with that one down and in. It's a full count now, 3-2.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different. Definitely laboring at the moment.
Working for the punch out and the offering. A bouncer to the left side, and that's through into left, a base hit. In quickly with it is Cespedes, and that'll force the runner to hold on at third base.
Yeah, that's a pitch right there to split finger that needs to be buried, and it was not executed. Left it thigh high, and as an offensive player, that's what you're waiting on.
Jorge Alfaro will get the nod from his skipper to pinch hit, and he'll do so in a big spot. Bases loaded, only one away. In there, and it's 0-1. The bases are loaded in front of him, so a real opportunity for him to put a dent in that 3-run deficit. Swing and a miss, and he's in the hole 0-2 now. So back-to-back sliders for strikes. Does he come back with yet another?
There's another slider. That's back-to-back good sliders, and this guy's breaking ball is really good. And when he's throwing it well like he is, and he's confident with it, he can throw it 3 or 4 times in a row. A really good slider in this one.
Got him to go down swinging there. Jorge Alfaro goes down for out number 2 in the top half. Now a swing, and he pops it up, and this should do it. And he'll put this one away for the final out. And the Mets break out the brooms at home and sweep their division rivals.
The final line score for this afternoon.